Hi Virgo. Welcome to your Jupiter in Taurus 2023 reading. I haven't done it yet because this is a huge transit for you. And we were dealing with Mercury retrograde and nothing's coming through. So here we are. Today, Jupiter moves into Taurus right now, actually, in an hour or so. And along with Jupiter moving into Taurus, we have the Sun stationed there, and we have Mercury, which has gone direct as of yesterday. Tomorrow, Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury will meet in the sky, as well as later in the month, we have a tense cross between Jupiter and Taurus and Pluto, which is in Aquarius now. So it's a fixed cross, and it hasn't happened in a long time. It actually hasn't happened since World War II. Now, because you are an earth sign and Jupiter has moved into Taurus, it's particularly important for you to understand how to deal with these energies. So first up, the square with Pluto creates an energy of crazy relationships. That's the only way I can really put it. I love how much this camera is shaking because it goes with your readings. I have no idea why the camera is shaking so much. I think this tripod's a little bit off. But this Aquarius energy that comes up first, it's referring directly to that cross. When Jupiter crosses Pluto, it brings something out in us that isn't necessarily known to us. It's hidden within us, and we have little glimpses of it here and there. Like, oh, I'm like this as a person. I can be like that sometimes. I have that in my personality. But right now, it's manifesting that crazy within you that maybe slightly odd. You know, Virgos can be a little bit odd. You know that. That is now reflected back at you in the form of a person, in the form of a crazy relationship, a crazy friendship. It finds you and it acts as a mirror that shows you the crazy in you, but not in a way that's not palatable. It's great because it shows such a different side of you. You know you have it. You can tap into it internally. It's no problem. But it's really interesting to see it externalized and out there walking around as its own thing. So when that particular star card, Pluto, Jupiter square energy comes to you, if it hasn't already, one of the things that it will make you do is observe right away, okay, this is like a crazy thing that's happening, and then you're going to want to pull back. Because now you want time to reevaluate. Because now you've seen something, even if you don't realize it right now, whomever this crazy relationship comes through, it's just showing you. So if you like the crazy, it's like, I like my own crazy. If you don't like it, it's because there's a part of you that you're not accepting, right? So once we get there and we understand that that's what's actually going on, then we need a little time to think. We need time to evaluate. We need time apart. We need just a little space. Now, the other thing that's going on right now as Jupiter moves into Taurus is that you're realizing that long-term, you need to change things up. Long-term, whatever you're doing, it doesn't provide the results that you're looking for. You want more. So it's not like you're necessarily unhappy. You're just desirous of more. And because that's what you want, now you start to basically reorganize yourself to accommodate a less traditional situation. Like you want something that's really emblematic of this square. This really sets you on your journey of accepting the differences within you, accepting your idiosyncrasies, and diving into who you are authentically and wanting to reorganize your life in a way where you're considering more of yourself. You're considering the parts of yourself that you've pushed away for a long time. And now you want to reorganize your life so you can actually make money through those avenues, make money through those talents, and really make money through accepting yourself is what it comes down to, right? Accepting all parts of you. So the Jupiter-Pluto square starts today and it will perfect on the 31st. A team is forming around you because you are picking up this, unhappiness and wanting to reorganize, wanting not better, just more. So in the pursuit of that, as you put your mind to this, there is a group of people that will start to form around you that will create that environment where those opportunities can come to you that you're looking for, that you would like to help reshape your life. Now for Virgo risings, this is happening in your house of work, right? So you have to resolve some stuff. You have to maybe eat a little crow. You have to say you're sorry. You have to say you messed up. You have to ask for something back. It's not like the most pleasant situation, and it can seem scary, but it's only scary to your pride. It's not actually a big deal. And you're wanting to do something new or wanting to resolve conflicts within yourself and perhaps even with other people and go back to a job you used to be at, that's also okay. It's not as scary. It's not going to be as scary as it seems. It's actually going to be fine. It's mostly scary in your head. And then, now that we have like the basic astrology out of the way, let's talk about people moving away. Let's talk about why they're moving away. You may move away. Just long term, things aren't working. You don't see any foreseeable change. You can just tell that like if a change isn't made, that you're gonna, you like fade. Like you feel it desperately, you want something different, more. You want something that taps more into the parts of you that are hidden, the parts of you that you were not giving enough to, the parts you have taken from, the parts you didn't give enough freedom to, didn't give enough bravery to, but you don't want to use your bravery in the wrong way. May is not about taking risks. Jupiter in Taurus moving from mid-May to mid-June is not about taking risks. It's about assessing the parts of you that you sublimate and that you're not deeply in touch with, and being able to, in a really organic, natural way, see these things in the outside world, be okay with yourself, find that compassion, find that kindness for yourself, recognize yourself in these other people, recognize how much love you can have for your own characteristics when you see them in someone else. Recognize where you are on that journey of self-love through that, right? Through that thought process. And then we come here. Your self-sabotage will show itself at the end of May. You can very, very easily fall into a space where you see who your enemies are at the end of May. It just happens. You just kind of wander into a space where you can easily see who the ops are. But the first enemy that you see is you. You realize what you're keeping from yourself, what risks you don't take, right? What risks you do take. You'll have this moment at the end of May where you realize that the risks you have taken were foolish and the risks you didn't take would have paid off. So reassess whatever you were thinking of doing at the end of May, because you may still be stuck in a pattern of taking the wrong risks, self-sabotage. At the end of May on the 31st, especially when you have the perfection of this square, it becomes very clear to you that you're doing this to yourself. You're holding yourself back. And that breakthrough in your mind that you've been looking for, that's going to break the ceiling finally and get you to a different place, not even like the place you want to be, but just a different place. Like, can we get some progress? You'll find that once this becomes integrated, once you are hit with this on the 31st, it all makes sense. It's not a mystery anymore. Like knocking on those doors, winning, all of that stuff. It's not a mystery. You're just going to realize that you have the capability to win. You have the capability to be as successful as you want to be, but you don't think you do. You know you have the talent. You don't ever doubt your mind. You don't ever doubt your intelligence. You know you have the talent, but I'm not sure what piece you think is missing or what piece you've been programmed to believe that you're not allowed to have, but it shows here. So again, we come back to this concept of looking within. Mars in Leo is going to agitate you. Even when things should be going right, they'll seem like they're upside down. It will agitate you. It will want to mouth off to people. For Virgo rising, Mars in Leo is right behind you. It's in your 12th house. It's in your subconscious, and it's starting to play a lot of games. It wants you to mess up. It wants you to say the wrong thing. It wants you to be rude to the wrong person. Mars in Leo for Virgos is like making enemies time. From the 20th onward, you need to be really, really careful about what you say, because it can so easily lead to making enemies with people that like you just don't even want to know, let alone be enemies with. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have like a snarky personality, or like you say snarky things, or it's a part of who you are, just for the next month or so, watch it. Watch it. Watch what you say. That stuff isn't going to go over the way you think it is, and it can cause major, major issues in your work. Now, let's specifically talk about love, money, and health. I'm going to do this in one video, like the general and the extended. I'm going to do it all in one video, so you can just watch it all in one shot, and that way I can put it on Vimeo as well. Okay. Looking at love specifically. First of all, we have that Aquarius card giving us our Pluto square knowledge, right? Now, that implies our crazy relationship, our crazy mirror. And what is your advice when it comes to the crazy mirror? When it comes to love, your advice is simple. You are the prize. This person is very much aware of that fact. If they are a Libra, good for you. If they are not a Libra, they are acting like a Libra, which is they are very hot and cold. They vacillate, very wishy-washy, hard to get a commitment out of them, hard to, very slippery. So if that's how you're feeling, like the person that you're dealing with is very slippery, then you need to go back to that Nine of Pentacles and really focus in on that and understand what the cards are telling you. They're telling you that you need to ground yourself in your value and in your worth, so this person can stop playing with these scales. These scales need to come to a standstill before this person will do something. They need to stop assessing the situation before something can happen. Now, the way that you can do that is to make them a non-issue. It's not even about them. Who cares? This is just about you. You see what I'm saying? Once there isn't all this attention being placed on this person vacillating, what they're saying, what they're not saying, and it's put back into you where it should be, they will feel it and they will come looking for it like they always do. Okay? So, and all you have to do when they do come looking for it is be really open to them and very magnanimous. Okay? Extremely magnanimous. Oh, it's totally fine. Oh, it's okay. Because this person is skittish, they're scared, and they're not a big fan of confrontation or in any way being questioned, asked anything, put on the spot. So when you're trying to get a commitment out of someone like this, they're not, they're on the defensive already. So you want to be compassionate, open, understanding, magnanimous. Now, let's talk about money. This is an amazing time period for you when it comes to money, even if there is slight confusion at the beginning here. Give it about a month, okay? Give it about a month to really come together the way that it should, but you already see it happening. You already see the process coming together. Yes, there's still confusion. Yeah, there are several, the fire in you wants to go several ways, but I think ultimately where you land when it comes to money is that you just don't want to not have money. You're starting to not care what else is going on, or like what, you just can't be here anymore. It's too triggering. It's scary. It makes you, it takes you back to a space that you don't want to dwell in. So the number one priority right now for you that fuels you, pushes your work, is